Hello, and welcome back to another version of My Opinion, You're Welcome, our game show thing here. We got a new friend of ours from another country. Can you introduce yourself today?
My name is Jai.
Thank you, Jai. That's very kind of you. Yes, we both watch a lot of sci-fi movies. So today, we're going to do another one of our friendly pick a name, pick a number, who the hell knows, and we're going to have some fun. I just want to say this is the uniform for the show in case anybody has any mean comments to say to me. Why do I wear the same thing all the time? Man, we don't have a fucking budget. All right, we're going to start with the first one. First one is Cristiano Ronaldo, an amazing athlete. Amazing athlete. A little too arrogant after the last 2 or 3 years. If you ever noticed him, most of the pictures you ever seen off the field are without his shirt on. The guy's in great shape. Also seems like he has more babies than puppy litter. But, you know, he's now playing in a country that does not have any rights for women. They actually made some type of law so he could live with his girlfriend since he's not married. So, used to be a great soccer player. Now he's just a money machine. What else do we got here? John Mulaney, funnier than hell. Personally, he's got some issues, and he shares them on stage, but very funny man. I've never seen him do stand-up. I've seen him talk, and just talking, he's very funny. If you get a chance, though, some friends of mine have seen him. They say he's great. So there's good old John. Then we have O.J. Simpson. Wow. This is an interesting one. Hell of an athlete. Now, I don't know if he killed the lady and the man. I don't know if anybody does know. But he was a complete idiot when he got out of jail. What'd he do? He tried to hold up the guys in Vegas, and he spent more time in jail. Common sense he doesn't have. But you know what? When he played football, there's nothing like him. And it's amazing that all the money he's had to pay out to the families. Now, look, I understand when something happens, people sue, and that's fine. But the reality is this man got off scot-free. I mean, they had more evidence against him than we do against Donald Trump. Think about that, motherfucker.
He did it, just so you know.
Yes, he did. Then we have Kris Jenner, one of the most amazing athletes that ever stepped foot in a track and field. Now, Kris Jenner. Now, what's so funny?
No, it's Bruce Jenner. You're thinking Bruce Jenner.
This says Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner was the wife. That's Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians'
Like I
mother.
said, he was one of the best athletes ever.
You're thinking Caitlyn.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. These people tell me what I'm thinking. Anyhow, Kris Jenner. Let's get back to Kris. I think one of the very few mothers who basically sold their daughters porn. But what a great business mind Kris Jenner is. And Caitlyn is Kris. Oh, what the hell is his name?
Bruce. Caitlyn, previously Bruce.
Yeah, see, I can't read. I'm looking at saying Kris.
Oh, you're thinking it's Jenner.
But you know, what a mother. She is the person that built this whole franchise. She's the person behind everybody, a great mind. You know, I'm sure that there were things she did before other than selling the tape of her daughter. But, you know, it's funny people talk about the Jenners. The reality is many people want to be them. They've created a lot. They make a lot of money. They're in the public eye. Now, no one knows what their private life is like, to be honest. I just think they're a hell of a machine, and this lady is one hell of a business person, and she deserves everything she gets. And there shouldn't be anybody out there really bad-mouthing the family, because if you don't know them, you don't know them. Many people bad-mouth people because they don't know them and it feels good. But this lady, a great business lady, and also seems like she's a great mother. Kurt Warner. Well, you know, here's a guy that was bagging groceries, and then he all of a sudden got a chance with the Rams out of St. Louis. Excellent athlete, great quarterback. The religious stuff the guy talks about a little too much. It's just, you know, I'm so sick and tired of people bringing God into everything. God hasn't invited me on to the apostle table with all 12 of those guys. So why the hell should we talk about God all the time? Great announcer, very good at what he does. So I like Kurt Warner. Yeah, maybe he and Bruce Jenner get together and chat. Then we have Maria Sharapova. Now, there was a great tennis player. Stupid once she got older. Made some really bad comments from what I've read and what I understand about the Williams sisters. But she was great when she was great. She had that grunt every time she hit the damn ball, drove everybody nuts. Now everybody has that grunt, and no one's saying anything. But she was very good. And one of the things about her is, you know, they talked about her looks more than they talked about her athleticism. But she was a great athlete, and don't know what she's doing now, but hopefully she's enjoying herself.
What were these comments that you're talking about?
She had made kind of like an obnoxious comment about the girls, about their father and about their playing. people can receive or conceived it as something inappropriate, racist. It wasn't, and the sisters just had issues. She always said she just said negative things. I can't remember off the top of my head. I will ask Kris Jenner. Then Caster Semenya. For many who don't know, this is an athlete who people say is a man, say that the testosterone level is higher, the estrogen level is not what it her estrogen level is, testosterone level is higher than it should be to compete. And there's no proof that she's not a female, but it's just weird what they've done to this individual. A great athlete, she's worked at it. She just got done with the court case stating that she won, but she still can't compete, from my understanding, in the next Olympics. But if you've ever seen this lady run, she's fantastic. Shitty world where you have a lot of people out there that keep doing this shit to people. Not too fun. Antonio Brown, just a fucking idiot. The guy had to deal with the Raiders. He could have walked away $30 million guaranteed, and he got pissed off at something. I think it was like a 72-hour period. Then he has mental health issues from what he says and what people say. So you don't really know the truth, but when he's on the field, he's just fabulous. He's phenomenal to watch. His off-field antics are just ridiculous. It seems like he keeps saying things about people and doing things to keep himself in the public eye. Grow the fuck up. Stop being the asshole that you are, because you're a great athlete and you've ruined chances and opportunities for yourself by opening up your mouth. And if you do have the mental health issues, take care of them. There are many people out there that love to help you. Then we have Ellen DeGeneres. Now, here's an interesting person. I literally saw the show a few times. When she did her TV series and she came out, I think it was a great thing that she did. Obviously, she had to live in silence for a long time. A brilliant business person. Talk shows like that just aren't for me. But you hear all the toxic things. Look, I don't know what the truth is, but you have enough people saying they're toxic, and when someone says, I didn't know, then you're pretty blind. You've made millions of dollars off of the average Joe, the average female, the average guy watching you and loving you and your guests and how you do things. As a comedian, she's funnier than hell. She used to do great stand-up. She's gone through a lot in her own personal life. But take responsibility. Don't be one of these people that says you don't know, because you definitely do know. Any of us who work in a business or run a business, if something behind the scenes going on and we don't know, then, we are the problem. And she definitely was the problem. I don't really care. Who do we have next? Next, we have Kanye West. Speaking of the Jenner family, what a mind. What a brilliant mind. Brilliant songwriter. Now, we don't know what the hell's going on. We read it. We hear him. We see him now with the new wife. We see him talking about people, talking about everything. The way he condemned the Jewish community. He went from, a billionaire, losing $500-600 million. Everybody decided not to work with him. You deserve that when you make comments. That's the reality. But from a talent point of view, the man is so talented. Just wish whatever's going on in his personal life, he could get that better. And hopefully he turns out to be a good dad to the kids that he has with the Jenner family. Thank you. Kardashian. J.K. Rowling. Now, here's an interesting character. This woman created Harry Potter. She did a great job, but some of her views after Harry Potter about transgender and other things, lady, you're a fucking idiot making those comments. Then you had the movies that Johnny Depp starred in. They took him out of the movie because he had the trial with Amber Heard or Hertz, whatever the hell her name is. Shouldn't have taken him out because look at the outcome there. But this lady's written... the mind of someone who could write something like this is just brilliant. But from a personal point of view, you created something with so many different scenarios and so many people that aren't real, but you want to condemn people that are real. Her comments about, only women menstruate. Well, I've met a lot of guys on their period, and they are fucking rough. Ariana Grande, I just don't get her. Talented, very talented young lady. Her music's good, but other than that, doesn't do anything for me. I wish her the best of luck. Pardon me, my tongue is parched. Then we have Diego Maradona, one of the greatest soccer players to ever live. But he had a little issue with cocaine and some other issues. Let me tell you, this man could play hard, party hard, and then he had a lot of health issues. One of the sad things is these great athletes, when they're done with sports, you see them go from taking care of themselves and gaining a shitload of weight. I'm not condemning that, but take care of yourself. You're out there being a national treasure, which he was, but you're also, people look up to you. Continue to take care of yourself, not just for the people, but for yourself. But this man was an amazing athlete. Amazing athlete. Then we have Simone Biles. What can be said about this brilliant brilliant gymnast that hasn't already been said. And she's also got a personal life now from what you see, but she's amazing to watch. Exciting. Not exciting female athlete, exciting athlete. She has set the tone and set the pace for all these other athletes, especially the gymnasts, not just for being a gymnast, but also from a monetary point of view. So this is one of the best athletes that's ever lived, in my opinion. Then we have Gwyneth Paltrow. Fuck that. Then we have, and I mean that, look, she's probably a nice lady, but you got a company called Goop. I mean, why don't you just call it Cum? I mean, it just, and the things that she says, what candles, I think that, smell like her vagina, you just kind of creepy. Yeah. And you're telling people how to live your life, and you got your own hypocrisy that you allow to be put out in public. Conor McGregor. We got an Irish person and our friend, just certifiably fucking nuts. Brilliant fighter, brilliant showman, and a brilliant marketer. I mean, look at what he's built for himself off of the floor mat, what he's built personally, the different businesses. And I think it's interesting, people don't realize when you get to the pinnacle of your sport, you'll see people who make a lot of money. You'll see people who advertise on different products. A lot of times those companies will give you a part of the company just so they can use your name. But the man's very brilliant. Lately, though, man, he looks like he's had a little plastic surgery. He looks a little scary. He's going to have another fight coming up, and he probably will get his ass kicked, but he'll probably make $100 million. He's gotten to the point where he's kind of like, to me, Kevin Hart. Too much of him, annoying as shit, just like a gnat. Then we got Leonardo DiCaprio. Talented, brilliant. I guess he really does things for the environment, from what I've read. But any show he does, film, I go see because I know that I'm going to be entertained. I know that I can get lost in his character. And you love the fact that he's got a private life. Everybody wants to badmouth him about the different women he dates and ages. But the good thing is he doesn't come out and have to defend himself. And it shouldn't matter who you date. It should matter who you're happy with. But you have a lot of people making comments. Just shut the fuck up, please. Kevin Spacey. Okay, after Leonardo comes Kevin Spacey. I wonder if he's going to jail. But he had a TV series that was awesome, and then he decided to fuck it up. The other day I read something where he said that he's just likes to flirt. Really? You like to flirt? That's like saying a golden retriever likes to flirt. It's obvious, but when it turns into something it shouldn't be, sexual inappropriateness, or whatever your situation is, I don't know the truth. I'm not condemning the man, but have a little respect for yourself and other people. So many people that are in the public eye, whether it's sports, politics, whatever, take advantage of their position and treat people less than. Then a lot of people are fearful to lose their jobs, so they're going to let it go for a period of time. If this man actually did what he's accused of, hopefully he rots in fucking jail. That's where he should be with OJ. Then we have Naomi Osaka. Interesting. Came out one big a couple of years ago. She took time off for mental health. I think one of the hardest things I have trouble with, we talk about mental health a lot, is people who use it as an excuse or as a crutch or blame other people because she blamed, reporters and the media and stuff for a hard time for her. If you're going through something, you're going through, but also you have to own up to your own stuff if you're not willing to do what's needed. And when you're in the public eye, it doesn't matter who you are. Don't sit there and tell me that it bothers you that people write about you and talk about you. One of the reasons you're in the public eye, not just because you're talented, because you enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, you don't need to do the press releases. You don't need to talk about it. Just let people continue. Like Leonardo DiCaprio. Have you ever heard the man try to defend himself? No. But she is an amazing athlete. Hopefully she gets back to where she was before because she's phenomenal as a tennis player. Kendrick Lamar. Well, the last thing I talked, everybody just talks about his crotch. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because he did the movie called Cats. And didn't he do Cats?
Not sure.
No, that was Derulo. Okay, I got it mixed up.
Oh, that was Jason Derulo.
Lamar, small, tiny penis. Great singer. Very talented man. Puts on a great show. He's got good music. Don't really hear much about him. But, he's good. Here's one that's interesting. You're going to love people or hate. Colin Kaepernick. It's interesting. Colin Kaepernick got an opportunity because someone got hurt. He took it over. He led the team. They almost won the Super Bowl. Now, Colin Kaepernick, is he a victim? Depends on who you ask. Did he really create this by himself when the Neil? No. He had talked to many people before he did it. Other people gave an influx. Other people spoke with him. It's not something that just popped in his head. Is he blackballed from the NFL? Of course he is. Was he a great athlete? No, he was average. He was good. He had a great team around him. Did he deserve another chance? I don't really know. And he didn't get the opportunity, but he also did a lot of foolish things and said a lot of foolish things. But he also has made a hell of a lot of money off what he went through. But he opened up the door for other people to stand up. And I think what he did was brave. I think it was brilliant. And it was needed. Sadly, it still needed something like this. But the man, you either hate him or like him. What the hell am I doing? I don't do either. I just hope that whatever he's trying to do, that he does it for the right reasons still. Ben Affleck. Now, there is someone who's freaking talented. I watch The Town all the time. I know all the lines in The Town. We're going to hurt somebody. You can ask me. Okay, he sounds a hell of a lot better. Every film he makes, I love. Well, after he did the political one, I think it's called Argo. I think that's what it was. He did that one where he kind of played a mobster, and I guess the studio gave him a freebie, but damn, please don't do that again. Really, it was bad. I mean, everybody was bad in that. Even it was set, I think, in Louisiana. Even the moths and the bugs were bad. But this is a brilliant talent who also is very open about his problems. Has an interesting personal life. You know, he's got kids. But I just think he's one of the most talented people, and he has his own way of dealing with things. You got to respect that. Let's see. What do we have next? Then we have Michael Orr. Now, here's a kid that was just talented as hell. What a great football player. You can't take anything away from him. Had a hell of a life, but just a great football player. Don't know what happened to him afterwards, but just someone to enjoy and someone to watch, someone that you know was going to the Hall of Fame, and you loved every snap that he played. Then we have Usain Bolt, fastest man in the world. Should stick to playing what you know, because he wanted to play soccer, he wanted to do other things, but just great to watch. All those years in the Olympics and the world track meets, no one can beat the man. Just fun. Now, off the court, he had his own personal issues. Like I said, a lot of people get arrogant, get a little crazed, but one of the greatest track and field people in the world. Then we have Christopher Nolan. Now, there's a mind you want to dive into. Some very bizarre movies, very fun. The new one is Oppenheimer, coming out soon with Barbie. They're coming out together. What do they call it, Jai?
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer. Yeah, should be a good day. Love watching his films. They make you think. They make you think really hard sometimes. You might have to watch them twice. What I like about him, he's not like some of these other people out there that want to do a million films. His films are very prized. He has sometimes he uses the same cast. I'm sure he uses the same production team because they all know each other and work together well. But yeah, just very fun. I'm looking forward to seeing Oppenheimer. Not Barbie. Even though Barbie is directed by a woman who's from Sacramento, and she's very talented. J.R. Smith, a guy that always spoke his mind, even though he had a lot of issues, and a guy whose life was resurrected with the help of some people in the NBA. Now he's playing golf in college. He was a fun athlete. Wasn't the most talented, but he fit a purpose on each team, but very talented man for what he could do. Kind of like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, at the same time, one of the greatest defenders and rebounders and greatest minds not to do anything with. But yeah, J.R. Smith, very fun. Teflon Tom Brady. What more do you want to know about Tom Brady? You just have to pick up a fucking newspaper. If somebody's got an opinion, everybody has an input. Guy wasn't even drafted in the 6th round, and what he accomplished. But then again, you don't have success without other people helping you. But what he's done is amazing. Is he the greatest football player of all time? I don't know, but loved watching him. He made people around him better. People made him better. His personal life, that's none of our business. He's married or was married. Who he's dating now, from what I read, it's Kim. Just kidding. From the White Party. But just, he signed one of the biggest deals for broadcasting, kind of upset some people in the broadcasting community. There's a gentleman that is going to lose his job possibly when Tom Brady starts. Kind of chicken shit. We'll see how good he is, but he is one of those people that demands attention no matter what he does. Serena Williams, greatest female tennis player of all time, might be the greatest tennis player of all time. What can you say about someone who just went through everything she went through growing up, her and her sister, their father helping them? But yeah, she's fun to watch. Just dynamic. She's just, no one was ever like her. No one will ever be like her. You think about all the different competition, how much better it was in her years rather than Billie Jean King and Chris Everett and Margaret Court and all the individuals. Obviously, tennis rackets are much better nowadays, but if she's playing, hell, I don't care if she's playing in Palm Springs, I'm going. Then we have Nick Kyrgios. Don't know who the hell he is. I do believe someone's going to let me know in a second. Then I'll give it to you. Megan Rapinoe. Now, here's someone that, again, you either hate or you like. Someone who's very talented. She makes comments that make sense, but she also creates problems for herself by saying things. Do you know who that is?
Nick Kyrgios is an Australian tennis player.
Oh, yes. He's the gentleman. We'll get to Megan in a second. I believe he's a gentleman that got accused of something with his girlfriend, some type of domestic violence. He's playing again. Don't know the whole story there. Yeah, but, if that's the case and he was convicted or things, then there should have been some type of punishment, some type of suspension. Back to Megan. Great soccer player. I truly believe she's past her prime, but she's on the team for morale. They say that she's going to play more minutes as the World Cup, which starts today. Some of her comments, I do not believe that young boys should have the opportunity to compete against young girls if they want to, change sex, if whatever they want to do. That's fine. But a lot of these young women are traumatized by it, not just from sports, but they don't need a young boy or a man in their locker room. That's just my personal opinion. Nothing negative. But she tells people they're homophobic or transphobic because they have that belief. That's not the way you get through life. If you want people to respect you and you want people to help you and you want people to accept your point of view, you also got to understand that the people are different. And if you want something, you got to give to others too. It's called respect. And so that's very funny that she continues to be like that. Then we have Gal Gadot. This is Wonder Woman. Not impressed. She's better in The Fast and the Furious, in my opinion. It took me 3 times to see Wonder Woman. Didn't like it. This is a talented young lady. She's also, from my understanding, playing Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Wasn't from Israel. Wasn't light-skinned. But I read an article the other day where she said that this is going to, it's a different one. Really? What's different? Did you guys find another book on Cleopatra? Very talented lady, but stay within your lane. People talk about appropriation and about different things. Stay in your lane. Don't take something. Lizzo. God, this woman is a great singer. I'm not interested in going to shows, but she's an excellent singer. She's fun. She makes people feel it's okay to be who they are. And, she fights the fight for people that look like her. That, she doesn't let people put her down because she's heavy. But the reality is, who cares? Some people are, some people aren't. But this is an amazing, talented woman. And I love the fact that she owns how she looks. You have so many people who deal with weight issues and stuff, and they say, well, I got to lose weight to do this. I got to lose weight to do that. Hey, this is one sexy woman. I don't give a damn, but I tell you, this is one person I'd see in concert. I wouldn't go see Beyonce. That would bore me. But this woman, yes.
Oh, you're going to angry the Beehive.
I don't know what the Beehive is, but hopefully hopefully it has a sweet honey spot for me. Robert Downey Jr. What a fuck up that called him all the way back and created something for himself. A brilliant actor, brilliant businessman, fun to watch. Went through a lot. He's living proof that if you stick to what you do and you take care of yourself, you can come out on top. And love whatever show he does. But just a brilliant performer, a brilliant mind. But also a lot of brilliant minds at some point in their life were really fucked up. And, he went through a lot, but he's came out on the other side. And I think he learned a lesson not to wake up in somebody's house that's not yours. Then we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't want to be rude, but I don't think he goes by The Rock anymore. I think that would piss him off, even though that's what made him famous. Enough of the guy. Sweet Mary, Mother of God. I loved him in The Fairy, or that one where he played the fairy godmother, fairy godfather, whatever. Brilliant mind, helped create the new XFL. But the reality is his ex-wife is behind the genius there. Does make some really good films. Okay actor. The relationship with Kevin Hart is annoying as shit because it's the same thing over and over, guys. Get something new. Get something different out there. But this man came from wrestling family, wrestling background. And, wrestling, real, fake, who the hell knows, but it's entertaining. But he is someone who's proven that you can make something of yourself and keep going. And I love watching him in his films. He's fun. That's the most important thing. Then we have Hope Solo. Another person, shut the fuck up. You had a brilliant career, then you badmouth the team, you badmouth other women, domestic violence against people in your family. Very talented, but when you have to stay negative to get attention and bring attention to yourself, stop. Soccer helped bring you to the point. What were you before soccer? What are you after soccer? Don't always bite the hand that feeds you. Hate cliches, but that's what it is. Very talented when she played. But think about that. The only time we ever hear about her, if it's something negative now. Kobe Bryant. I think I talked about Kobe before. Brilliant athlete, brilliant father from what we can understand. The case that happened in Colorado, only who knows the truth, but I'm pretty sure when you pay someone a certain amount of money for whatever the situation, there's got to be some truth, and you apologize. Now, only he and the girl know what the truth is, but that's a stain for me. And I think when people don't want to be honest with that and bring that up, then you're really doing injustice to women and to the young lady. But at the same time, all the positives you do in life, don't negate the negatives, especially if they're that horrific. Then we have Reese Witherspoon, brilliant business lady. From my understanding, she just sold a production company for a tremendous amount of money. Fun in her shows, talented in her shows. Can't say anything more. I mean, I've watched, what's the one where she plays the lawyer?
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde so many times. And then the other one where she plays...
Mark Wahlberg's girlfriend?
No, the one's in the South.
I think it was like a Johnny, I don't know. I think
No,
it was the Johnny Cash.
the guy, oh my God, I can't remember what
I'll
it's
look it
called. But I love it. It's just a great film. She's a very talented lady, and she seems very positive. The stuff that she's been in is fun to watch, but also a lot of messages, and she just seems like an amazing woman. Don't know her, and but no, I love watching whatever she does. Meghan Markle. You know what? The reality is I wouldn't waste my time on this. Then we have who? We have Elton John. What more can you tell about Elton John? Let's see. Great performer, great showman. Later in life, he did collaborations with Gate. I think he did a great one with Dua Lipa. I think that's her name. But he's done nothing but wonderful things. Obviously, he was younger, did a lot of things probably didn't need to do, shouldn't have done. But it's always interesting when you have people in the public eye, and very exquisite taste, loves to spend money, loves to make money too. Then we have what? Cardi B. Talented as hell, but God, just annoying. No one really cares about the big tattoo. No one really cares about the fact that you were a stripper in the past. You're a talented lady. But you and your husband, what's his name? Offside?
Offset.
Oh no, isn't it also Offender? Isn't he been accused of something? But just a talent, state of the singing. But yeah, just a very talented lady. And look, that's all I got today. This is always fun like this. You got a number low, call us, text us, give us some thoughts and ideas. I'm boring my friend from outer space over here, because that looks like it's an outer space yawn. And please contact us. Thank you for listening to the show today. My opinion, you're welcome. And give us your opinions, because that's all we have is our opinions. Please watch the show. You can catch me on all social media aspects. And thank you very much, and have a great week.